We will not be sitting tomorrow. The reason why we won't be sitting tomorrow is because I have had to make a decision about preparedness for this inquiry. That includes having in our possession all the material that we need in order to carry out this inquiry. I'm rescheduling the witnesses for tomorrow so that we have them starting on Wednesday. What has happened is this. Paria, or their team, have been asked to provide a number of documents over a period of time. During the course of this weekend, and as late as 4 o'clock this morning, we were provided with what is on any view hundreds and hundreds of pages. It looks what the Americans call a document dump. This, handed to us in the course halfway through this inquiry, when we have been seeking this material for months, so that there could be no misunderstanding about it. This inquiry was announced on the 22nd of April of this year. It is inconceivable that those who are responsible for providing material to this inquiry could not have appreciated that this material was likely to be relevant. We get it this weekend, notwithstanding the fact that we have asked for it on numerous occasions. On the 19th of July, we wrote to Paria asking for all of the material that they were obliged to provide. That's ignoring the fact that they already must have appreciated for a period of 3 months that they were likely to need to provide this material. On the 6th of September, they asked for and were granted standing so that the lawyers who are now here, and I don't in any way hold them responsible for this, they will know what inquiries have or have not been made. And this is not intended to upbraid anybody. I'm simply making the observation. On the 6th of September of this year, they asked for and were granted standing. So the lawyers from that date became involved. Rule 16 makes it absolutely clear that they must provide, that is, their clients must provide everything in their possession and control having any bearing on the subject matter of this inquiry. Clearly, they did not, since we've got this over the weekend. That was followed by a specific request about this very material on the 8th of November, when we wrote to them asking for it to be provided by the 11th of November, bearing in mind where we were in relation to this inquiry. Nothing happened. On the 11th of November, they asked for an extension. They were granted an extension to the 17th of November. On the 15th of November, they sought a further application for a further extension. They got a further extension to the 22nd of November. On the 22nd of November, having promised to give it to us, they didn't. On the 23rd of November, when they promised to give it to us, they didn't. On the 24th of November, when we wrote to them asking them, where is it, we were promised we would get it the next day. We didn't. On Sunday, the 4th, they indicated they were putting together their ICT records to send to us by email. They didn't. Today, or rather on the 6th, I should say, we asked once again, and we were told that we would get it by that Friday. They did not provide it. So what we have is the very first time we got anything from them at all in relation to this was during the course of Friday. We got nothing further on Saturday, and we got more on Sunday, and I still don't know if we have it all. This is not acceptable. I will not permit our legal team, or indeed any of the other legal teams, to have to present their cases half-cocked. Because that's where we are at the moment, because I haven't been able to read it, Mr. Wilson hasn't been able to read it, and most of our team, notwithstanding their best efforts, have not been able to assimilate or read it. We can't provide it to everybody else because it needs redacting. There are phone numbers and names and things like that that are in there. So it's not right that the other teams should not have this material before principal witnesses from Paria are called. So, we will not sit tomorrow so that I and others can read this material so that we know what's there. They include the IMT records.